partner, someone who gets things fixed. Ask yourself this question, do you want to be rich? I've got the brains, you've got the looks.
Hi, this is Jeff Mesnick. I'm excited to be here today with Scott Bennett. He is from Barracuda. And side thing, I remember Barracuda back in the early days when they used to sell hard drives. So I'm excited to learn more about what you guys do today. So Scott, maybe you can give us kind of a quick elevator pitch about what Barracuda does and what your role is within Barracuda.
Sure, happy to help. No longer selling hard drives. It's not a hard drive company today. So Barracuda Networks is a security-focused company specifically around email, network security, application security, and data protection. And my role, I happen to head up sales for the MSP division of Barracuda. There's two divisions, and I'm part of the MSP division. And I manage the North American business. We have over 4,500 MSP partners today. And, we really provide a level of simplicity to our partners, a level of flexibility within our solutions and services to our partners, and really a high-touch, consultative, partner-first approach to our partnerships. And at the end of the day, it's really about protecting our partners, making sure that they're secure and they're safe, and as importantly, their customers are secure and safe.
Excellent. So, as I mentioned earlier, the theme of the interview is the Pet Shop Boys opportunities. So
I still need you to expand on that, but go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. maybe it outdates you. It's a 1980s song that I used to love.
Yeah.
When I was sitting in my car driving around being like, oh, I'm going to make lots of money, so.
Got it.
So it's really about partnership. It's, the main theme is you've got the brains, we've got the brawn, let's make lots of money.
Sure.
So I'd love to hear a bit about how you work with your partners and kind of maybe give us some real examples of how you guys have, partnered up with maybe one or two partners or many partners or however it is your sales team works to drive that opportunity.
Sure. We obviously have a lot of partners. And they're the arms, right? They're the growth engine to our business. I can kind of steer us down. We're living right now, obviously, Jeff, no surprise, we're living kind of in a crazy time. So I can equate it, not that things are different in terms of how we go to market, but they've certainly somewhat changed the dynamics, right? So, I can give a little bit of insight into how we're helping our partners right now. And again, it doesn't change the way we've always helped our partners, but in these challenging times, I'll give you a story. We have a partner advisory council once a year. And within that partner advisory council, we focus on feedback from our partners. What do we need to be doing to grow and get better? We talk about strategy. How can we help you grow? How do we help you leverage more of the solutions and services that we provide, specifically around security to help your businesses grow? And that was in the mid-February timeframe. Fast forward a month, right? We're now into mid-March. And I called one of our good partners and wanted to get some feedback on how are things going during the onset of this pandemic hitting the U.S. And the response was, we're frantically searching for laptops, right? And that's when I knew that MSPs right now are in a very, very strange and very, very busy time. Making sure that they're all of a sudden everybody's going remote, right? So you've got remote workers out there that are now needing to be secure. They're on their home networks. You've got kids that aren't being monitored, right? So that their children are sitting downstairs on laptops and potentially going to dangerous places that might have otherwise have been monitored by their parents. And then we have at the same time, we have a solution that is spiking. And this solution is a spear phishing solution. It stops phishing, spear phishing types of attacks. It's an AI-based solution. Typically, we see, 500,000 threats coming through on this solution in a given week or 2 weeks. 10,000 of those were COVID related in the first week or two of March, right? So bad actors taking advantage of the times. And now we've got, fast forward to today, we've got kids going hybrid back to school, laptops that they're taking from the school facilities, right? School-owned laptops, bringing them home into their home networks, doing whatever they do. I'm sure in a lot of cases there's not enough security on these machines, and then what happens? They go back to the classroom on a Tuesday and bring a potentially threat latent machine back into the school network, right? So a lot of challenges out there that certainly these times have brought to us, but a lot of challenges that Barracuda can help solve for our partners. So I'll stop there and I'll go back to the original question of how do we help our partners, right? And how do we grow together? Again, we're in an opportune time right now, and it's unfortunate to say that. But the good news is we're helping solve problems for customers, right? We're helping keep them safer. And the way that Barracuda MSP really works with our partners is through a value prop that we coin as create, deliver, and demonstrate. Okay. The create aspect of that value proposition is a tool, right? So we provide tools to our channel partners that are free, that allow those channel partners to go to their customers and show them problems that they might not otherwise know exist. And I'll give you 2 examples. One is an email solution. It speaks to the AI-based solution, the 500,000 threat solution. MSPs can plug this tool, this free tool, into their customers' email environments, and that tool will scan the environment and look for any latent threats that are sitting within an inbox. 95% of the time, it demonstrates a threat. A report spits out, very comprehensive report, and it says, 95% of the time, you've got threats. On average, you have 100 threats within your environment. And these are the people who are at risk. These are the threats that came through. These are the people that those folks who received the threat forwarded the threat to. And here's the risk to your business, right? So we're providing these tools to allow them to sell a solution, keep their customers safe, while at the same time growing their business. And we don't care if they don't have a Barracuda solution in place to help solve that solution at that moment. We just want folks safe, and eventually partners tend to come around and say, okay, Barracuda email security solutions are the way we want to go, right? If they don't have it already.
Well, that's good, because I see that a lot with companies, where people, the theory is if you continue to give and provide people support and services and ongoing, that eventually the switch flips, so to speak. And then they'll start to say, okay, now, you can make the ask. You can say, hey, would love to make sure you guys attempt to at least offer the Barracuda solution so we can try to solve the problem at a higher level.
That's
so
right.
I like that kind of creating opportunity for the partner and then helping them evolve into what you're doing. Does that make sense?
That makes plenty of sense. Yeah, it's that consultative approach, right? It's the we're here for you, and let's work together to make our businesses grow.
That's great. And how, so you have 4,500 MSPs. How are they connecting to your company? How big is your sales team today?
So 4,500 globally.
Okay.
I'll speak to North America. So North American sales is about 30 plus 35 employees, and there's different parts to the organization, obviously, where we have a team focused on bringing in new partners.
Yeah.
And it's all about the partner experience, right? We feel that partners come on board because they have a good experience, right? They come in the door, that we provide a consultative approach right out of the gate. You know, from a marketing perspective of warming them up right to, you know, a business development representative who comes in, and, you know, we hire friendly, good reps, but friendly reps who are there to kind of provide a little bit of guidance and insight into how we can help, into, you know, a new business rep who's going to bring along a pre-sales engineer who really is there to just, you know, educate and help our partners understand why Barracuda, we feel we have the best solutions out there in the marketplace, but also why, if they don't have solutions in place today, why they need those solutions, and how they can, you know, streamline their business, right? Cut down on support and help desk calls while also, you know, securing their customers, making them safer at the same time.
So you basically have, it sounds like around 3 people for a partner to kind of really connect with to help them succeed, where you've got different roles to help them kind of walk through the business process. Is that correct?
Very high touch model. That's just the front end, right? That's the onboarding process, we call it.
Yeah.
Where we're coming in the door, we're kind of white glove approach, holding your hand and making sure you feel comfortable, making sure that you understand the solutions as you get going with them, should you decide to come on board. And then beyond that, it's a dedicated account management team of 2, not to include a post-sales technical team that's there for training, certification training, and you know, these types of activities. So so once partners on board, they feel loved, and they have somebody to connect with, right? That's
great.
a big thing for an MSP. They're generally not homegrown solutions that they're providing their customers. They're
Right.
third-party solutions, and when you need help, when you need education, when you need an understanding, when you need helps train my sales reps, because I've only been with you guys for 2 months, and I still don't have a grasp. That's where we come in and really help enable them to move quickly. That's the goal.
And do you work with any of the distribution partners as well in the U.S.?
We do at a you know, on the MSP side, it's minimally, I'll be honest, because they are the channel to us, and we sell direct to that MSP partner as part of it.
Okay.
So there's the
Well,
whole,
gives you the
other side of the business, which is a conversation for another day, but the reseller side is the distribution side, where they're working with a sell through versus what I would coin as a sell to the MSP, package services, deliver services to their customers.
Right. And I see that a lot, where, you know, basically just, you know, distribution partners or distributors are starting to work with more of the volume of resellers that are out there. But the target partner base, which can be anywhere from an MSP, or sometimes for companies it's an ISV.
Yeah.
They're trying to bring those closer, and then so distributors are actually doing more for the companies on a scaled level.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so it sounds like the MSP program you guys have is pretty exciting. Is there kind of a recent success that you want to share that you guys have had? You don't have to name the partners, obviously, but maybe something that kind of expresses how this program that you put together worked, from, you know, introducing them to, you know, getting the deal done.
Yeah, I mean, I think recent successes really speak to a product we have called Sentinel.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple of successes, right? But one that really comes to mind is this threat scanner, right? That free tool.
Yeah.
What it helps produce is a solution, which is our email stack, and part of that email stack is that phishing protection, right? And phishing is really there's not a lot of tools out there that'll stop threats where there's no, attachment or malicious URL that you can execute upon by clicking on or downloading. And so there's not a lot of education around phishing, believe it or not. So I'd say recent successes, we do a lot of consultative training. So our reps will sit with one of our MSP partners, and this is a true story, this is a real story, but we'll sit down in today's world via Zoom and train 50 reps across an MSP organization on, this is the solution, right? Usually the SC goes through the technical, high-level technical stuff, and the rep will explain how to position the solution out into the marketplace, explain the power of the threat scanner, right? And how to scan these inboxes, and then how to read the reports out to your customers, and then go out there and explain, if they don't already know it, if they haven't been phished, lost tens, potentially more than tens of thousands of dollars, and they just don't realize they have problems, that's when they can really demonstrate that value. And we've seen a ton of success from these trainings, and then the reps going out and selling. And we'll do spiffs, we'll do, incentives to our channel partners and their reps to say, the rep who gets the most sales, or whatever the program we decide we're going to do, and make some fun out of a pretty serious situation, which is, cybersecurity.
Right. Yeah. So basically, in the frame of, you guys are providing the brains, so to speak, with the analysis and
Sure.
the free analysis software, and then they provide the brawn to kind of go in and push the deal closed.
That's right. They're the sales arm. We're just helping them get up to speed and get that ammunition in their hands. So
That's great. That's great. Well, look, I really appreciate this time, and I'd love to circle back with you guys at some time to see how things have gone, in a few months, maybe.
Absolutely.
See, maybe even in a post-COVID world, we could actually do this in person.
That would be nice.
Thank you very much
for the time, Jeff. Yeah, it's been nice catching up, and I hope you enjoy the nice weather.
I will. Yeah, I'm outside enjoying some before things change.
Gear up. The fall's beautiful, but let's gear up.
That's right. All right. So thank you very much. This has been Jeff Mesnick here with Scott Bennett, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Come take a walk with me. I'm looking for a partner, regardless of expense. Think about it seriously, it makes